Hi everyone, my name is YUSRIYYAH. I'm from Class A from International Relation of Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. Today, I would like to tell you all about Aristotle's thought about philosophy. So now, who is Aristotle? Aristotle was a philosopher from Greece who was a student of Plato. He got the nickname the father of science or the teacher of the scientists. Aristotle was born in the city of Stagira, Macedonia. At the age of 17, he became a student of Plato. For 20 years, he was a teacher at Plato's academy, and then he left the academy after Plato's death. And then he became a teacher for Alexander Macedonia. In 336 BC, Aristotle founded his own academy, which was named the Lyceum. Aristotle died in 322 BC at the age of 61. According to Aristotle, the philosophy of science is the cause and principle of all things. Philosophy of science is a science that includes the truth contained in the science of metaphysics, logic, rhetoric, ethics, economics, politics, and aesthetics. Therefore, he named philosophy as theology. Philosophy as a reflection of human systematic thinking on reality and its surroundings, which means does not stand alone, does not grow in an empty place or space. Family environment, social natural and self-potential will influence a person in doing philosophical reflection. Therefore, in the history of human thought, there are thinkers or philosophers who have always appeared from time to time with the different themes. So these are the classification of philosophy according to Aristotle. The first one is logic. The second one is philosophy of theory. And the third one is practical philosophy. And the last one is philosophia poetic or ascets. So the first one is logic. Aristotle's greatest discovery in the field of logic is syllogism. Syllogism means a log description, which is to draw conclusion from a general reality on specific matter and can be used in drawing new and correct conclusion from two exciting truths. For example, there are two statements. The first statement are, every human being will surely die. And the second one is, he is a human. So it can be concluded that he will definitely die. According to Aristotle, new knowledge can be generated in two ways. The two ways are induction and deduction. Induction, namely starting from special cases to produce knowledge about the general. Meanwhile, deduction starts from two unquestioned cases and on that basis conclude the third truth. This method of deduction is called a syllogism. Induction depends on sensory knowledge and in the form of deduction or syllogism completely independent of sensory knowledge. That is why Aristotle regarded deduction as the perfect way to new knowledge. So the next thing is philosophia of theory. In philosophia of theory, there are three things. The first one is physics, which is about the material world or natural science. The cosmos consists of two regions of a different nature, the sublunar, which is under the moon, or the earth, and the region that includes the moon, planets, and stars. Aristotle thought that the universe was infinite and spherical. The second one is mathematics, which is about items according to quantity. Aristotle held the principle that infinity exists only in the concept. This thought later became a debate in the generation after him. Aristotle's greatest thought in mathematics was about logic and analysis. He argued that logic must be applied to all fields of science, including mathematics. Analysis is needed to build axioms contained in mathematics. The third one is metaphysics, which is centered on a problem of good and forms. Form was put forward as a substitute from the notion of Plato's idea world, which he rejected. The third one is practical philosophia. It's about the life of morality. In practical philosophia, there are two things. The first one is ethic, which is a decency in individual life, and economics is morality in family life. According to Aristotle, Aristotle used a biological approach to analyzing humans, and he thinks that human is an animal with a certain distinctive elements. Polis is Aristotle's terms to define civil society, which he believes to be the natural social backgrounds of humans. There is also a koinonia social groups that include all kinds of communities where at some level interaction occurs. Meanwhile, oikos is the most basic type of community and is limited to the development of human nature, also known as the household. Then the policy, according to him, is also a need to overcome attack from outside and is formed for the common welfare. According to him, the ideal policy is a community of people of equal position that leads to the best possible goods. So the second one is politics or a morality in a state life. As a student of Plato, although Aristotle was much influenced by it, not all of his teaching were taken completely. The teaching are particularly explored, and stripping is also carried out logically and systematically based on the induction method of scientific investigation and comparisons of existing systems. Aristotle classified political system as below. The first one is monarchy or kingdom, ruled by a king for the benefit of all, but otherwise potentially tyrannical. The second one is aristocracy, governed by several people for the common interest. If the opposite can be potentially oligarchic or enriching only a group of people. The third one is polity, governed by all the people for the general welfare, and otherwise the majority of the people rule for the interests of the poor alone. It can become a democracy. According to Aristotle, the worst political system is tyranny and too much democracy. For him, there is no best political system, so a constitution is needed. Apart from thinking about the importance of justice in a country, Aristotle also thought that enforced laws were needed to cultivate friendship. The best country for Aristotle is one in which every citizen participate as far as possible in the political or state life. The last thing is philosophia poetic or assets or the creator. In the field of art, Aristotle contains his views on beauty in the book called Poetic. Aristotle emphasized empirism to emphasize knowledge. He said that knowledge is built on observation and vision. According to Aristotle, beauty concerned the balance of sides, namely the size of the material. His view that work of art is an artistic manifestation that is the result of catharsis accompanied by aesthetics. Catharsis is the expression of a collection of feelings that are poured out. The collection of feelings is accompanied by normative encouragement. The normative impulse in question is a person who finally gives a special form to this feeling. This form is imitated from what is in reality. So these are the result of other Aristotle thought. The first one is whole and morphe. Another Aristotelian thought is the whole, which is an element which forms the basis of various things, and morphe, which is an element of unity. Every concrete object consists of a whole and morphe. The second one is actus and potential. Potential is the basis of possibility, whereas actus is the basis of seriousness. Anything can happen because of its potential, and in that case, it already contains the actus. The third one is abstraction. Idea is not a separate reality, but the same characteristics are found in a concrete things. Therefore, if some things have a character, then they are general. If some things are required to have a different character, then they are general. Then it will remain unchanged. So thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.